Conor. Oh, sorry, I'm messing about here. Right, I just wondered if it was working. I've got another book to read you. And if you look out the window, it's really dark. It's just as well, because this book is called John Brown, Rose and the Midnight Cat. It isn't midnight, but it's very close. I hope you're sitting comfortably. If you're not, press the pause button, get nice and comfortable, and then start it again. Look at this. What a lovely little house. And this is John Brown. Let's see why she's written a book about him. Rose's husband passed away a long time ago, and now she lived with her dog, John Brown. There we are. John Brown loved Rose, and he looked after her in every way he could. Here he is helping with the chickens. In summer, he sat under the pear tree with her. What a lovely thing to do. In winter, he watched as she dozed by the fire, and all year round he kept her company. "We're all right, John Brown," said Rose. "Just the two of us, you and me." One night, Rose looked out the window and saw something move in the garden. "What's that in the garden, John Brown?" she said. John Brown would not look. "I wonder why." "Out there," said Rose. "I think it's a cat." "I don't see any cat," said John Brown, "but he's looking in the opposite direction." "I'm sure it's a cat. Go and give it some milk." "There's nobody there," said John Brown. But that night, when Rose was safe in bed, John Brown went outside. He drew a line around the house, and he told the midnight cat to stay away. "We don't need you, cat," he said. "We are all right, Rose and I." Here he is. Cat looks a little bit like Max, without the white. The next night, Rose saw the midnight cat as he slipped through the shadow of the pear tree. "Look, there he is, John Brown," she said. "Don't you see him now?" But John Brown shut his eyes. Rose sighed and packed up her knitting. Then she wound up the clock and took the milk bottles out. John Brown followed her. "I'm sure there's no cat," he said. But Rose saw the midnight cat often after that. Every night, when John Brown was not looking, she put out a bowl of milk. And every night, when Rose was not looking, John Brown tipped it out again. What a naughty dog. "You don't need a cat. You've got me," he said. One night, the midnight cat jumped up at the window and rubbed his back against the glass. His eyes were like lamps, and his fur shone against the ragged sky. "Look, John Brown," said Rose. "Isn't he beautiful? Get up and let him in." "No," said John Brown, and pulled the curtain shut. "No, I won't let him in." Next morning, Rose did not get up. John Brown waited in the kitchen for his breakfast, and nothing happened. He went to see what was wrong. "I'm sick," said Rose. "I'm staying in bed." "All day?" said John Brown. "All day and forever," said Rose. John Brown thought. And when supper time came, he was still thinking. Must have had a lot to think about. An hour past supper time, he went back to Rose and he woke her gently. "Will the midnight cat make you feel better?" he asked. "Oh, yes," said Rose. "That's just what I want." I wonder what he's going to do. John Brown went out to the kitchen and opened the door, and the midnight cat came in. Then Rose got up and sat by the fire for a while, and the midnight cat sat on the arm of the chair. How nice is that? And purred. I think that cat knew he was going to get inside at some time. Poor John Brown, I hope he was happy sharing his house with the cat. I think you're sharing your house with somebody now, Conor. Would it be a big puppy called Alex? I think so. I bet the puppy gets up to some mischief. So our next story is going to be about a puppy who got up to a lot of mischief. Take care. See you soon. Bye.